It's a Travel Tuesday and we love it. This morning we're back with an old friend of Expresso, probably the most well-traveled person on earth. Josie Eveleigh is back. She is here to talk us through some of her favorite destinations, and now we are focusing on the United Arab Emirates, in particular one city that seems to have grabbed the attention, the imagination of the world, and it keeps people flocking. It is Abu Dhabi. Josie, welcome back, first of all.
Thanks so much. Good to be back.
You really are like a global citizen. You travel the world.
What we're going for. I work really hard at it, Graham.
And that's a tough job to have, he says, with a glint in his eye. But it's so cool to have you here. And I think we get to live vicariously through your social media as an influencer, but also here on the show where you get to talk about the emotional investment that you find in each of these places.
Sure.
And I think with Abu Dhabi, there is something special about the Middle Eastern cities at the moment, these model Middle Eastern marvels. What is it about the modern Middle East that is grabbing the globe's attention?
Do you know what, for me, Abu Dhabi's been a place that I've wanted to go for a long time. I managed to couple it up with a stay in Dubai, which I've also never looked at. It's always been a stopover destination for me. It's never been somewhere that you just go for holiday. And Abu Dhabi, obviously with the injection of all the money that's been pumped into there at the moment with the creation of the new Louvre, is really bridging both worlds, the Western world and the Eastern world, in terms of art. And so for me, that was the main reason that I went. But that place is happening. And I think in the next couple of years, it's going to be the new Dubai, if not better. So in terms of getting your culture fix, there's very few places in the world that you still are able to discover such pockets that have got such rich cultural history through them. It was incredible. I
love the fact that they've taken the time and obviously the massive resource in the area to invest in that. You mentioned the Louvre. This is something quite fresh and quite new and a masterstroke from a tourist perspective. How does it match up to the original Louvre?
I'll be honest, I've been lucky enough to go to both, and I enjoyed this experience more than the Paris sister version, and the Parisians are going to be hating
You're never allowed back into Europe now. That's
for saying that. But just in terms of the layout, I mean, I'm obviously no big art findy, but I really just enjoy it from a pure sort of appreciation standpoint. I traveled with my sister, who's an art curator, and going through the journey of how it's laid out it's a sort of history of art. So for someone who hasn't studied it, you get a really awesome sort of perception from day dot of how it all works. So from the Middle Ages into sort of the stone section as one curated vision into the next room. And you kind of go through sort of like a history tour. It's like being a kid back again, but being an art gallery. I spent an entire day there, 8 hours within the Louvre. And even if art isn't your thing, the sort of architectural standpoint of what they've created, the whole roof is a sort of mesh. It's made to look like a bird's nest. So every corner you're just oohing and ahhing. It's incredible.
So you've got a contemporary piece of design that takes you to the ages. Then you've got a taste of the ages in terms of the Grand Mosque. And it's been now announced as the world's second favorite landmark by TripAdvisor.
How awesome is that?
Did it stand up for you?
It did. It's something that's really, really special. I think no matter what your sort of religion or take on anything is, it's a very, very special place. I mean, the building itself has got, it's been created, I think thousands of people help build it. It can host 4,000 worshippers on any given day. And it's made up of marble and precious stones. And I mean, even when you're walking barefoot on the marble, it's such a weird sort of soul-stirring feeling. It was a next level thing. And I think people, as soon as you see the beauty of that place, before you even walk inside, people are just like, oh my goodness, we can't believe we're here.
Start saving up right now, Josie. Thank you so much. I can see how much this really affected you on an emotional level. Thank you for sharing that.
Pleasure.
You can go to @WhereJosie Goes if you want to live firsthand through all of these incredible adventures.